today a swing of probably one of the fastest swings in the game.
Most
right
powerful.
Yeah, one of the most powerful. So, and I bring this up for a reason, is because this gentleman, Bryson DeChambeau, professional golfer, has a hip injury, hand injury, left side. I know for a fact Doc just talked about PRP therapy, helping, assisting in also the rehabilitation of a hip injury. I have an OMPT specialist here, Dana Ponners, which I'm watching this gentleman completely torque his whole body so far enough that his feet almost come out of the sack there.
Can I talk to you a bit about mechanics here?
Yeah.
So he's right-handed, okay? So we're looking at, in golf, your hips are connecting your upper body to your lower body, and your hips actually generate the torsion force.
Correct.
The torsion force is going through the lead hip, which means if he's right-handed, it's going to be his front hip. So on his let up and his downswing, he's going to get more rotation, creating more torsion into that left hip than the right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that, and he's doing this hundreds and hundreds of times over.
Probably thousands of times.
I mean, daily, weekly, monthly to get each shot perfected.
There's thousands of shots on a daily basis.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to speculate. I'm not a person to say this is why it's going on, and I don't want to put myself in that. But in general, individuals are watching him swing as hard as that. And when we talk about mechanics, the everyday person grabs I'm gonna grab an iron, or I'm gonna grab a driver, and I'm gonna swing as hard as Bryson. That's a problem. It's an issue.
So it's wear and tear, right? You have a system. I mean, you look at Freddie Couples, smoothest swing, gets the ball out there, does everything. Bryson has tried to change the game. There's a lot of docs that's predicted that he's going to wear out. His body won't be able to take that kind of torque. Like you're saying, there's rotation. When you're getting through a good golf swing, there's a certain way to do it. He's breaking the rules, but he's breaking it from a scientific method. That's why I don't understand, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't understand the guy's all about science, but he's never looked at the forces on his body versus the friction forces. Mm-hmm. Is the labral tear related to it? I don't know.
All Access Sports Medicine challenges Bryson to actually go into the detail.
So the labrum is the only...
We'll go over the science.
The labrum is the only soft tissue in there because his hip is bone on bone, and then the labrum's there to cushion, and it's firm. It's like a little cup in bone on bone.
It's a ball and socket.
Ball and socket, and then the labrum's a soft tissue in there. So the only thing that's going to get beat up first is going to be the labrum. Number one injury of how you get a labral tear in a hip is rotational. Quick, uncontrolled rotational forces. Yep, that's how you get a labral tear. So he might be wearing and tearing. And then what about acetabular predisposition? He could have had hips are not created alike.
Now you're getting to genetics and
how
so
it could be a genetic component that the acetabulum wasn't completely round, and there's a wear and tear component.
Yeah, so what Dana's referring to is there's a natural anatomy. Not everybody's born with the best anatomy. So if he was a little bit off, or his mechanics were a little bit off, so it's not a perfect ball and socket, there's a little deformity from a birth defect, which it doesn't start picking up till later and later. Now we're talking about, do we scan the whole body? Should we, on every professional athlete, should we scan every part of it? To be honest, there's so much investment. I wouldn't argue with any, like if I was, again, the professional physician for the team, MRI the whole damn body. Let's see what he's predisposed to.